Hello, Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, my energy just. If you guys listened to the Pisces reading, that was heavy. And I just got done with it. But coming into your energy, Sag, I am a fellow air and fire sign. So, I don't know. It's just a completely different energy with you guys. But anyway, welcome to your first half of 2026 zodiacal reading. We're going to do a current and future forecast. And like I have mentioned in other readings, there is an inevitable past energy that will find its way in, right? Like the past always follows us to where we are today. So hopefully this gives you a really good understanding of where you came from and where things are headed, with enough time to not make complete adjustments, but at least make adjustments if you feel as though those are needed. Certainly in Pisces situation, that was a very specific reading. But we're going to do yours. So starting in April with Aries, May, Taurus, June is going to be Gemini, of course. We have Cancer in July, Leo in August, and then we have Virgo ending us out in September. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards for each month. Gosh, it is so smoky in here. Hold on. I don't want my fire alarm to go off. Sorry, I should have paused, but whatever. Yeah, wow. Smoky. Are you a smoker? Anyway, fiery though. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards for each month. I'm not going to clarify, and this won't be an extended. I'm also going to pull for you guys, well, for everyone, but I've been pulling from the Philosopher's deck. It's an overarching message that will help bring you back to the messages that you get from me today. If this doesn't happen to resonate with your storyline, such as the Pisces one, not everyone is going to resonate with that. Then I'm encouraging everyone, regardless of if this message resonates with you or not, to check out your moon and rising signs. If you don't know what that is, head over to New World Angel, and under the education tab that I have, there is a link to a birth chart calculator. You need to know your place of birth and exact time of birth to calculate, especially your rising sign. So I would highly encourage you to also look at those readings as well, because all 3 of them might resonate with you and you might get a really good understanding of where your 2026 is headed. Year of the Fire Horse. I have not only big intentions for myself and this channel, but I have a feeling that you do as well, Sag. Where are you headed? What's happening in your world in 2026? Let's see what energy. What can Sagittarius expect in the first half of 2026? Everything in excess is opposed to nature. Everything in excess is opposed to nature. Too much of a good thing ends up not being necessarily a good thing anymore. Everything in excess is opposed to nature. Yeah, nature is all about a natural balancing anyway. You think about sort of the food chain and how everything operates together. And if there's too much of one species, right, then it can totally throw off the dynamic of the predators and the food chain that they require to support themselves. So keep that in mind. Maybe excess is something for you. Just because I was talking about smoking and excess, it just sort of, I'm going to get into herbal tarot. For some reason, herbs for you might be a thing. What can Sagittarius expect starting in April regarding their storyline? We want this to be one continuous storyline. So the most prevalent and most helpful storyline for our Sagittarius collective. It can be specific, but we want it to be the most helpful and continuous storyline as we go through the 6 months. Saggies. You guys are already Saggies are already half human and half horse. You're already it's already a balance in a way. Too much of your fire though, especially in the year of the fire horse, you might need to hold yourself back a little bit. What's going on in April? Ooh. Even that one was spicy to come out. 6 of Swords. We're heading somewhere, possibly going overseas. Trying to gain a balance. Yeah. Possibly a community. Fighting, family, fighting. Doesn't have to be just like a little bit of an upheaval, possibly because maybe it's throwing people off that you have left or that you will be leaving. Like by the time we get into April, you will have already taken this trip or are at least on your way. And that is causing a group of people to feel some sort of way about it. Regarding the past, this is definitely involving family. Memories of the past. I get people in your family are sad that you're moving on, moving forward, heading somewhere new. Maybe this is a place that they can't come with you or they fought you so that you would stay. What's going on in May? But your back is turned. This is the embodiment. Page of Wands is the embodiment of fire, blazing a path, leadership, entrepreneurship, whatever you're contemplating or working on, thinking about doing, certainly regarding the work that you are heading towards, your back is turned on the past. Like you're moving forward. You see the future as bright and as the right thing to do for you. You're excited about it. There can be a nervousness there because it seems like this is brand new to you. Yeah, people are definitely against this move that you're making. Judgment. It's time. You just know, you have like a resolve in your heart come May that no, it's like divine intervention. Like this was always meant to happen. This was always the path I was supposed to take. And you're using discernment about it too. Like it's required. Because judgment was called. Whether by you or somebody else, like regardless, people are just, this is like the people of the past. People are just like bystanders. They're curious. They're just watching. And I think you are too. Like, you're sort of contemplating, like, okay, I know this is all new and that this is right for me. I just want to be smart about my moves, my next moves. That's what the Page of Swords does, is that they don't take action until they have all the information and they see things clearly for themselves and they make the right decision. And then, you know, he's not the most prepared at first, but once he gains the knowledge, he's super clever and uses discernment about it. Cunning, even. So beware of whatever you're heading into. Beware of, like, a cunning nature is just sort of what I get. And then for June, we have the Devil with the Lovers. Be aware of your attachment to a past soulmate in June. I almost get like, you know, you're going to be tested in June again. I say again, but the Lovers is always a choice. You're going to be tested about your resolve in this new beginning. And regarding some sort of soulmate, so maybe somebody like a soulmate from the past comes back into the picture. They see where you're headed, and I don't know, they could just be curious, but whatever the case may be, I don't get the healthiest connection from this person. Like, I kind of get like there's attachments from their past that you need to be aware of and use discernment about. What else in June for Sagittarius? Yeah, see how the Devil is holding a star in his hand? That star represents healing and also you being shown. There's like a bright light, but he's holding on to it. Like, he's like, no, this is mine, you know? Like, be aware of those who feel entitled to your energy and where you're headed. They feel some just because they are a soulmate, they feel like they're owed something from you by way of this new beginning. And that in and of itself is a weird obsession that this person can have. Maybe they're even like somewhat obsessed with you too. I don't know. Obsessed with like where your life seems to be taking you. And they're just sort of watching. But you're going to be confronted with this person in a choice come June. So Spirit is certainly making you aware of this. Yeah, I just feel like they like feel like they own you in some sort of way. Like, we're always gonna be connected. You can't get away from me. And it's like, you're a psycho. It doesn't have to be that deep, like, at all. But just know that somebody's coming back in your world and you've, like, already set sail. And, like, you know where you're headed. And it's like, judgment is right smack dab in the middle of this reading. It's time. It's time for this for your path to be cleared and for people to watch you move on and for them to feel some sort of way. And perhaps even like let you know how they feel. All right, what up? We need one more card for June. See what I said in the beginning about like the fieriness, like movement? Where there's smoke, there's fire. And we kicked off the reading in Aries season, which is a fire sign of movement, growth, new beginnings, leadership, with you leaving. What else in June for Saggies? And Saggies are all about traveling, higher education. They're super adventurous. Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a need for you to just like not dwell on this, but just a quiet contemplation with yourself. It doesn't mean like when you are confronted with this person, and this could be like a strong attachment that you've always felt called to, and Spirit is saying you just need to rest on it. Not like ruminate. This is a restful meditation. Like go within, maybe even ask your spirit guides or whatever you believe in, pray about it, or just sort of consider, this is the discernment. Consider all angles of the situation. And, or just take a break. Give yourself a break. Mental exhaustion too. Like, don't get yourself all wrapped up about this come June. All right, so then give us Saggy energy as we enter into July. That's interesting. I'm so curious as to how this sort of plays out for the next 3 months as we head into late summer, early fall. Saggies. Yeah, there's going to be a need to recharge your batteries. In July, Four of Pentacles. You're kind of holding your ground is what I get. Like, maintain your balance. Yeah, Four of Swords to the Four of Pentacles. Maybe even this person, doesn't have to be, but this person coming into your world may need your help financially. And that's why Spirit is like, okay, I'm getting chills. And so they come to you and like, you're just kind of holding your ground with this person for one reason or another. Like you're comfortable and content with where your life is headed and what you've invested in thus far and what you've created for yourself. The work collaborations have led you to a place of stability and you feel confident about it. And so you're not just going to give that away to just anyone, especially if this person, just feels some sort of way about where you are in life and they think because they have an attachment to you that they can just ask you for something. I don't know. It's up to you, like if you have the money and like this person really needs it, I think asking questions about like, first of all, if you are going to give somebody money, like I think the expectation should always be that you're not going to get it back. But asking more questions about like, well, where's the money going? Like, what do you need this for? What have you been working on? Like, what have you been doing in the past? Like, why do you need me? If you're a grown-ass adult, like, what's going on? I understand that, like, people can get into a hard place and that they might need, like, a boost, especially if you did that for them in the past. But Yeah, in July, you're going to be confronted with, like, I don't know, you're going to be content. But I don't know if this person is going to, like, still want to, like, is going to want a piece of that, basically. Yeah, no, you're holding your ground and you're continuing to get the fuck out of the way is what you are. You're like, I am just going to retain what I have and get a move on. Like, whatever is presented to you and the choice that you make, your choice is to move on and balance your emotions out. Yeah, you're not getting wrapped up in this. You're not getting wrapped up in anything from the past. It doesn't look like. You're holding your ground and you're continuing to move the fuck on to where you always wanted to go in the first place. That's the second Six of Swords. And Spirit is like, also get out of your own way too. Like, don't let this person throw you off your path. You are stable. And maybe they even offer you like an opportunity, you know, that seems too good to be true. And so you take a beat, and like they do see like you're stable, right? And they want to work with you. Maybe their financial situation has more to do with them coming in and wanting to work with you than, you know, the best interests of your business. And so it might be an offer of like, I want to give you all of this to work with you. And so you're just like, you consider it, you take a beat, you think about it, and then you're like, that was a really great, you know, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for approaching me with that, but I'm good. I'm good on my own, and I'm just going to continue doing what I've been doing. And then you get right back on your freaking throne and you balance that shit out for yourself. I believe that is exactly Queen of Swords at the bottom. Yep. You speak your mind and you're like, nope, I'm good on that situation. I'm going to continue doing my thing. Thank you for the opportunity. It sounds too good to be true. It probably is. This person has an attachment tied to them. There is another reason why they are approaching you in June, unfortunately. And it's your job to stand your ground and get a fucking move on and do the damn thing. Okay. So then what can Saggie experience in August regarding this situation? Hierophant. Some sort of spiritual leader, spiritual group, mentorship. Maybe you're seen as a spiritual leader come August. Like you're seen in a high regard. This is Cancer energy too. Home, foundation, security, protection. Yeah, you're protected on this path. You're protected in this role. Like whatever you're taking on in August. Also, whatever, maybe this Hierophant, there's another devil. This is the second devil. There's an attachment to this spiritual group here that you're seeing. You're seeing beyond. So maybe this person is tied, because devil, right? We got to connect the two. This person, your soulmate or whomever, this lover situation, is tied to a spiritual community that has its own attachments, whether it's, I don't know, but like it's tied to this leader too, and you're seeing right through it come August. But also, like, as a Hierophant, which I feel like you embody, you're rising above the attachments of the past and moving forward. Yeah, it's like you skip right over this soulmate situation. You're like, nah, thanks. And you keep it pushing. But that doesn't mean that, like, this person might not try again in a couple of months afterwards, you know? What's going on in September? This is so intriguing of a reading. Yeah, I think the message that you get come August is just like, maybe they even up the ante too, you know? It's like, okay, well, she didn't accept the first time. Let's reapproach her with a new sort of opportunity that's even greater and grander. Like, she can't say no to it. And you still move beyond it. You're like, thanks, but no thanks. Or this person is just the embodiment of, because as a lover's connection would, sometimes the choice is to not stay with a soulmate because you know they're not good for you. So it doesn't have to be anyone that they're attached to, but like, you know enough from past experience to understand that it's not a good connection, and that it's more or less just like, maybe it was something that, you know, really gripped you in the past, and it's no longer what you want and what you need, hence the reason why you left in the first place. And you're just moving forward. It's like you skip over this person or this group or whatever. Family, even. What happens for, round this out, for Sagittarius come September? Yeah, everything in excess is opposed to nature. It's not natural. So if it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Don't accept it. You're doing just fine on your own anyway. There's a reason why you left. You know, don't sell your soul to the devil just because it sounds and looks shiny and like sounds like everything you would want. They're just playing on what they feel like are your weaknesses. Okay, September for Saggies. Yeah. Exactly. You do bad all by yourself. Single, self-sufficient, prosperous, successful, happy, abundant, like loving life for yourself, loving the life that you've cultivated for yourself. Look how she has her hand on that pinnacle. That is what she planted with the seed that was given to her, and now it's like what a perfect way in September, when harvest season is upon us, for you to recognize this. You're like, I can do bad all by myself. I was given a seed, I planted it, and now it's grown into this beautiful garden that all the birds and butterflies want to be a part of, and that is my world. Mine. You know, the same way that this devil is like, mine, mine. It's like, no, this is mine, not yours. Bye. Oh, what else? Yeah, Queen of Cups. That's you. You're just a sweetheart. I feel like this gives you so much empowerment. It sets you up to be the woman that I'm sure you've always known that you were, but this whole experience and the ability to say no or say what you need to say and not get all wrapped up about it and continue to move forward and not have it throw you off your path, even though they're going to try several times, you're still going to keep it pushing. And by harvest season in September, you're fully standing in your freaking... God damn, this is like Libras, where it was just like, it makes so much sense. Yeah. You are going to be so happy and so proud of yourself. Like, you saved yourself. The little child on the horse, you are your own knight in shining armor. You're rescuing your inner child so that you can have happiness, peace, enjoyment, abundance in all forms. It's going to make you so happy, and you are going to see things so clearly. You're also going to be free to be creative and to grow even more things and to be passionate about that. This is also, so the sun energy is Leo energy. It's masculine energy. It is natural born leadership, star-like quality, being recognized even. What a great way to end this. What a great message. Okay, so then the idea here is like collective. Just be aware that like the path that you are on is causing people around you to feel some sort of way. And that's sort of like how you know you're on the right path, so long as it aligns with you, and that it was time anyway. And that, not everyone can join you on this path because you see right through them. You see their attachments. Because you have discernment now that if it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. And that you'll still consider it. It's not like a flat out no, but like take the time to consider it and, run through the experiences of the past, and you make the decision for yourself to keep it pushing. You balance like, oh my God. And then in July, you might even run into like a King of Cups. Like on your way up, because you are the Queen of Cups, like either you become your own King of Cups, or if you are looking for a relationship, you might collaborate with somebody in July who is aligned with you on the same level, and it just makes every decision thereafter so clear. Like, regardless of if this person, like a new person comes into your world or not, you are your own King of Cups. Like, you can do battle by yourself. You're whole with or without this soulmate. You're abundant, self-sufficient, and just happy, like you're proud of what you created in September. And then you sort of get to like relax into your own femininity a little bit more, like you've had to be so strong throughout all of this and overcome all the challenges and say no and stand up for yourself so much that like because of what you achieve and the success that you embody come September, you're able to relax a little bit more and just be happy and just flow. Flow with all like the goodness that's coming into your life. I love this, Sag. I'm so glad that I almost didn't come on to do another reading because Pisces was so intense that I was like, ugh, what else am I going to pull up? I'm glad I went on to do this reading because you totally redeemed me. All right, well, I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. Things just flowed here, and I kind of get like, that is the track that you are on. Things are flowing. Wonderful. Well, I love you guys. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs if this wasn't applicable to your situation, but I feel like this can resonate with a lot of different people, especially as we come out of the year of the snake and into the fire horse. A lot of people are still shedding layers of the past and moving on. So this totally resonates with the astrology too. All right. Love you, Sag. I will see you guys in the next reading. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.